Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to do a finance video for you where I talk all about tracking spending and building your first zero-based budget. If you guys want to see what our zero-based budget looks like, I did a whole video on that in the beginning of April, and so I'm going to link that in the description box. But today I want to talk about how to make that zero-based budget and how tracking your spending can really help you to do that. And tracking spending can also help those of us who have been on a budget but kind of need a financial checkup. So tracking your spending is pretty simple. It kind of explains itself. It's just tracking each and every dollar that you spend. So if you guys are anything like me, when I first started this debt-free journey, I had absolutely no idea how to make a budget because I had no idea what we were spending on groceries and eating out and all of those types of things. And so in order to figure out what I was spending, I needed to track it. And honestly, guys, I'm going to tell you in a minute how I tracked my spending and how I think, an easy way to track your spending. But being honest, the first time I tried to track my spending, I quit within the first 5 days because I just didn't want to see it. I could already see that I was spending a ton of money. We would just spend and spend and spend until the money was gone on next payday. And so it was kind of a really bad cycle for us. And I honestly didn't want to track my spending because I just liked living with my head in the sand. And so if you are dedicating yourself to tracking your spending throughout the month of May, I am just telling you that you may feel that way too, but keep on going because we can't make changes in our finances unless we kind of just come to terms with the situation that we're currently in. So how I tracked my spending is I use something that I have by me each and every day, which is my phone. Normally when I'm out and about and I'm spending money, I have my phone within an arm's reach, so I would just use the camera on my phone to snap a picture of my receipt. My phone automatically dated that picture for me, and then I could easily just see all of my receipts right there. If there was something that I had to pay, I'm not sure if this came up. I started this a long time ago, but I recommend that if you have something that comes up that you don't get a physical receipt for, get your gym maybe or something like that, I would just write it down on a piece of paper and again, take a picture. That's gonna allow you to add it up really easily at the end of the month. So there's other ways to track your spending. You could use pen and paper. You could use many of the apps that are out there. There's tons of reviews here on YouTube about different money tracking apps. I just have never used them, and so I am not going to talk about something that I don't have any experience with. I think Debt-Free Dana, I will try and link her channel in below, has done a review on the EveryDollar app. So you may want to check that out if you want something more than taking a picture of your receipt. Because we know, once we take a picture of it, who knows where those receipts go? The bottom of your purse, shoved in my cup holders, who knows? But take a picture as soon as you get that receipt, and then you can, figure out at the end of the month what you have spent. So what are you supposed to do with the information once you've spent a whole month tracking and you have your totals? So if you are a family of 3 and you found out you spent $800 a month on groceries, you might want to change that. Sometimes what we're spending in a certain category can drastically be reduced if we do a little bit of research and we figure out what the national average or what other families are able to keep their grocery budget at or their gas budget. There's tons of ways to shrink your budget. I'm going to make a follow-up video about that. But basically, once you see everything you've spent, you can see how much you need to put in your zero-based budget. It's also going to give you an idea if you have overspent. So if the amount coming in cash, not your credit cards, but if the amount coming in cash is way less than the amount you have spent that month, then you are going to be able to see that, and you're going to be able to figure out how you can adjust that down, where you can make changes. Can you cut out your coffees? Can you cut out spending on clothes? Maybe you spent $120 on clothes. What if you just cut that out for a couple of months? even though I know everybody thinks we need new clothes constantly, we don't really. And so maybe you can cut that out so you can reach your goals of becoming debt free, of building up your emergency fund, of saving for that vacation. So that is how you can use the information to make your zero-based budget. Once you have a good idea of how much you already have spent by tracking it, then you can see where you can make cuts and put it on your zero-based budget. Or if there's some areas that you're like, listen, I can't cut down the amount of gas I use in my car, then at least you know how much for that line item on your budget. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions about tracking your spending or zero-based budgeting, leave them in the description box below. If you are dedicating yourself to tracking your spending throughout the month of May, let me know. I want to cheer you on and give this video a thumbs up. Thanks so much, guys, and we'll see you next time.